Volume 5 of the side story, I feel like for me, is a bit of a callback to Season 1 of the main story and of course the light novel itself when it comes to particular, I would say, shenanigans that go on, especially with the bath scene, Belle getting into a bit of a strife when it comes to peeping on people, of course, not deliberate, of course, he gets raked into this by Hermes, and of course, Hestia and the gang following Belle down there to try and rescue him. And of course, this doesn't go over the major fight scenes that Belle is part of when it comes to the floor boss. Of course, it does make some reference to Belle running away from a floor boss, but this is of course focused more so, I would say, on Lefia, and I kind of find Lefia really annoying, and I more so found her annoying in the early stages of this volume. She got a lot better in the later on stages where there was a little bit more fun, interesting back and forth between Belle and her, and as I like to call her, Angry Elf Girl or Elf Girl in general. I just feel like Lefia really grinds my gears because she's so forced in there, and the whole her being in love with eyes just feels very fake and artificial at times, just how over exaggerated everything has to be with her. I feel like the only reason why she holds herself back is because she keeps putting herself on a pedestal against Belle rather than her trying to improve on her own merits. She keeps trying to be better than just Belle. Well, I have to do this better than Belle, but Belle can do this, but Belle can do that. And it does sort of hurt her character development, I personally feel, as well as it can give her drive. I just personally feel like the interactions between her and Belle are just really quite boring and just sometimes a bit vexing. But later on, it does get a lot better. I do feel like she opens up a bit more. The interactions between them are nice. I kind of predicted as I was reading it that she would be kind of in that mindset of, wow, he's so cool that he can do these things, and realizing just actually how powerful Belle is against normal level 2s. So you kind of get to see her just realize that there is a bit of a difference between what she can do and what he can do. But I feel like putting that all aside, you get to really see some more, I would say, backstory as well when it comes to magic swords, Belle itself, eyes. You kind of see a little bit of a hint at some of the mysterious stuff going on in the background. Learning about how the dungeon itself is sort of morphing and changing because, of course, Hestia and Hermes end up sneaking in there, and of course the dungeon doesn't like that. Some of the dark entities that are known from the past trying to sneak in there and do some less than desirable things, and there's definitely a lot of hidden mysterious entities still hiding in there trying to do what they need to do. And of course this follows very closely from Volume 4, so of course the big battle scene that happened from Volume 4, they end up trying to recover from that in the more safe zone, trying to find some potions, food, and then of course Bet ends up rushing back to the top floor, getting potions, getting materials, food, etc., and then coming back down, and then of course conking it out because of how fast he needed to bolt down there. So there's all that kind of stuff going on. There's definitely a lot going on, and you get to see some interesting interactions between Hermes and of course the Loki familiars, and learning about the other exit slash entrance to the dungeon itself. And of course that is where the next volume is obviously going to go, because it hints at straight away that the first thing they are going to be doing straight after Volume 5 is going to look for the new entrance slash exit for the dungeon. Again, this is a very short volume, so there isn't super heaps going on, and I feel this is more just, as I said before, a callback to what happens in the main story itself when it comes to the safe floor itself, and then just kind of fleshing some stuff out, adding a bit of backstory, which is what I do like. So overall, I really do enjoy this volume. There's not really much to talk about because most of it is to do with building up the backstory of what's to come, the dungeon itself, the back entrance slash entry, and then of course, I would say some of the other stuff going on in the meeting. That's the other thing that also happened, was the meeting, of course, about this particular new entrance slash exit that the gods are now discussing and how they're going to deal with this. And then of course the topic comes up about Belle's growth and Loki getting a little bit jealous, but also wondering how Belle is getting all this power, and then of course Fea's interest in Belle as well. And I mean, there isn't really too much going on in that particular scene other than just it kind of showing Fea's interest and infatuation towards Belle, and just how naive Hestia can be to some of those things, and Loki trying to be nice and trying to give Hestia a bit of a warning, hey, you know, Fea's got an interest in your boy. But other than that, that's really that all goes on. And again, I just love my boy Hermes. I just hope Lefia takes a bit of a back seat in the next couple of volumes, because I just am starting to get really burnt out on her being in the front and center and just her obnoxious behavior. Again, that's just my opinion. Love to know yours in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts about this? Did you enjoy it? And just your overall thoughts and opinions are very much welcome in the comment section down below. But if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more anime content, and I'll see you, beautiful nerds, in the next video.